Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, today finally we have some updates on the visa. However, it's not really related to a general skill migration, but it's more on the DAMA. If you know about DAMA, it's a agreement that's set up between the federal government, the Department of Home Affairs, and also the regional business in different regional places. For example, far north Queensland, there's a Northern Territory, there's some in Western Australia and some in South Australia, and also New South Wales and Victoria as well, just to help out those regional employers or industry to actually get the talents. And of course, the government of Australia understand that those regional areas are those regions, the employment, the salary rates, the requirement of the skills and talents obviously will be different than the suburban area, for example, in Brisbane compared to Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth. So they need a different criteria. It's very complex area of law. Now today we're gonna update you in regards to this new designated area migration agreement done for the Northern Territory. This is dated back in 2 days ago, 19th of March 2025. Not much to say here as it reads on the 19th of March 2025. It's just a renewal, giving more quota to the Northern Territory so they can continuing nominate and get more skilled talents there. So a new DAMA designated area migration agreement for Northern Territory comes in effect. The DAMA is the third, so the second one was last year. The third DAMA established territory will be in effect until 30th of June 2030. So guess that's gonna be that means this agreement, this so-called the designated area migration agreement, has been signed between the federal government, the Department of Home Affairs, and the Northern Territory, and it will be effect until 2030. Nothing much will be changed. Can be varied during the period of time. Enables workforce shortage to access additional 1,500 overseas workers. That's not too many, but that's annually. But counting on the economy, small economy in Northern Territory, I think that will fit the requirement across a broad range of occupation and critical shortage in territory. So all right, that's very good, but the problem is when we actually go into, I've actually personally emailed to the government of Northern Territory, and they haven't really respond the procedure wise what we're gonna do there. So let me just show you this. Sometimes it's a bit of a joke, the government sign agreement, published, announced, but you just cannot do it. This is crazy. Well, anyway, they need to do some improvement, perhaps efficiency. They need something like DOGE, like that they have in America, to actually implement something in Australia. I think you will agree with me on that one. Now let's jump into the Northern Territory's webpage. Now you can, if you search it, you will find this one here, and you may find the designated area migration. So it will be mentioned somewhere in this web page here. But when I click on there, unfortunately, this is as you can see, the subcategory here, this workforce population Northern Territory designated area migration agreement, and yes, empty. It's nothing there. It's blank. So I thought they probably is some technical issue there. So I flicked to the Northern Territory portal to see how it works, and this is Northern Territory Migration NT, and I go on the portal, I click on a new application. Yeah, there's really nothing. There's only the 491 and 190. There's no DAMA in there, so I guess the technicality of things for Northern Territory is just not ready yet. So it's a joke, isn't it? It's government, and they officially announced the stuff, and they just haven't got the system up and running. Then why are you announcing it? Anyway, I would like to spend more time to actually explain what DAMA is. So as I said in the beginning of this video, DAMA is an agreement between the government, the federal government, the Commonwealth government, against the region. So the region can be anywhere around any state or territory, or perhaps a particular region. So these region will lobby to the Commonwealth government, to the immigration, saying, look, our region is very different. In the industry focus on, for example, mining, for example, in any type of areas. So whatever the industry is there will be a community, a small community, which has a different need, totally different need, compared to the suburban cities, for example, Perth, Adelaide, Gold Coast, Brisbane, and those suburban cities. Then it will be agreed between the Department of Immigration and the region on certain list of occupation and also concessions. Now, what are the concessions? People, skilled migrant loves concessions. Concessions means the English might not require to be at the competent level. Yes, a lot of work in those regions. You don't need to write reports and things like that. Okay, so there will be concession on English and into particular occupation, concession on the salary rate as well. The salary rate in those regions may be lower as well, and also concession for the time and period to actually transfer into a permanent residency. I think now that's not valid anymore, because they have moved every single occupation and employment sponsor related visas towards 2 years in order to actually pathway to permanent residency. Now previously they require 3 years, and if you go to DAMA, they might have concession with 2 years. And also the last but not least, the concession in age. Now you may notice that employment sponsor visa, although for 482 visa SID there's no age limit, but if you wanted to transfer into a permanent residency under subclass 186, you'll either be a high paid person, that means your annual salary is above 175,000, or there's no other options. You cannot become a permanent resident. But in those DAMA, in those designated area migration agreement, there can be a concession on the age limitation there. Anyway, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.